So in order for me to demonstrate a little bit about what this tool can do, I needed to make a video ahead of time so that I could navigate in the actual tool, but then for the sake of student privacy, be able to blur out some of the names. So when you enter into goguardian, you can see here that I have a whole slew of classes that I teach. And we'll just click into one of my CTE classes. And there are options on the left-hand side for student reports. For example, if I had a session and it shows you all the sessions that I've conducted here, I could click on an individual session, at which point it can show me what the browsing history was of every student throughout the duration of the class, what website they were on. And if I click within that bar, I can see specifically what the website was and how many minutes they were on there. If the student is off task, I can take a screenshot of what they are doing. For example, if it was a YouTube video or something like that, I could definitely take a picture of that and have it as a reference. So another thing that I can do is if I go into a different classroom, you can see if I have done any group announcements or things of that nature, any command log. If I had, for example, closed tabs for a child at a couple different points in time on their device because they were working in a tab that they shouldn't have been working in. So it's an incredibly powerful tool. So when you see this timeline, this is really an example of what the kids were doing throughout the course, and I can scroll minute by minute and see. And then if I come over here to student reports and I select that same classroom that we were just looking at, I can select a specific person's name, for example, put in a date, generate that report, and then it will show me what their top 5 websites were. Apparently this child wasn't in class. Let me find somebody who was. Okay, so, I have the wrong date. That's why I have today's date instead of yesterday's date. So got to make sure that I have yesterday's date in there so that we get the right day. And I'll choose my friend. And then I can generate the report and I can see what their top 5 websites were and what they were looking at and how much time they spent in each location and so on and so forth. So, or detailed browsing histories and things of that nature. So it's a very, very powerful tool. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of what this is capable of doing, and you can share that information with parents.